Welcome to Real Reviews. This week, we have Detective Pikachu.
There's a mystery a brewing.
Yeah, sure there was.
So Kurt and his 1,000-year-old grandpa soul obviously hated this movie because he hates all things children and fun.
Hate's a strong word. I never got in, like, I was in my 20s when the first cartoon came out. You know,
Yeah.
The only game I ever played was like the least Pokemon game, Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
I didn't get in the whole Pokemon Go craze. I didn't care. They make a Pokemon
you were already
movie.
crusty at that point.
Made the Pokemon movie. I'm like, okay, whatever. My kid loves Pokemon.
You know that this is going to hit hard with the nostalgia for the older kids, I guess, and then the new kids. Hey. It did well in Japan.
So, this isn't Japan.
Doesn't matter. That box office, they're playing to their strengths.
So Detective Pikachu, when you think Pokemon, you're thinking like, oh, catch Pokemon, battle Pokemon, so on and so forth. They try to do something a little different.
Yeah.
This is not what that movie's about.
Yeah.
This movie is about a young man who is a human.
Justice. What's his name? Justice
Smith.
Yeah.
His father goes missing.
Yeah.
And he was a police detective.
One of the best.
So he goes to his apartment, you know, find things out, and his Pokemon is a Pikachu.
The
dad's
Pokemon, yeah.
is a Pikachu, and he can understand this Pikachu.
Yeah.
And so they decided to team up, solve the mystery.
Right.
So I think they did this to play to people like me who like have no interest in Pokemon.
Right.
But it's still. Maybe if they had. It was such a boring, generic story, though.
It was.
And like they tried to. If it wasn't for Ryan Reynolds making me laugh a few times as a Pikachu,
We did chuckle a lot.
it would have been like completely boring. I think.
Yeah.
There wasn't even any. Like you think you'd throw some action in there, and there's
Some
what
battles,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like running away was the
Yeah.
most thing, and there. One common thing, there was maybe one battle at the end, and that was like one move.
Yeah.
That just made me more upset now that I think about it. I'm like, okay, they had to be, wait a minute. No, they didn't. It was him Pikachu just running away from things.
So, yeah, you find out early on that Pikachu has lost his memory. So when they go to like this underground fight club, if you will, you find out that this Pikachu had been there earlier. He had beat the bejesus out of a Charizard. So he goes in there and he's like, oh, I got this. And he can't remember any of his moves, so obviously, hence no battles. But like Kurt said, it was a very generic movie. As soon as the bad guy came on screen, like first 5 minutes, we looked at each other. It was like, that's the bad guy. That's because he always plays the bad guy. Surprise, surprise. Right? There was another little twist I didn't see. Kurt says he saw. There was no way.
I knew the second that part he said, he's like, I can't remember how to use my powers. I'm like, please.
Please. But I think I can honestly say this, for video game adaptation, this is probably the best video game adaptation movie to date.
There's a high bar.
The best video game movie ever made to date? Yeah, it is a high bar, considering you have all that trash underneath.
Yeah, that exactly. All that way on. This is a normal movies bar. This is a video game movie bar way down here. And Detective Pikachu just stuck a toe on it. The bar wobbled a bit, but they made it over the.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What can you say? Well, you can't say too much else about this movie. You see some Pokemon. There's some cool-looking ones, but other than that,
I would have rather seen an actual Pokemon movie, not a Detective Pikachu movie.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I want to see some fights. This is your first chance to do a non-animated, or non-computer animated.
You mean live action?
Yeah, those are the words I'm trying to get out. This kind of movie that you see in the background of Pokemon. So of course I'd be like, oh, there's some opportunity here to see something really cool. They didn't do it.
No.
They said this generic bland story. It had a few cool set action pieces, I guess, and a few Ryan Reynolds quirks, but overall, I give it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Not really. It's more for the hardcore fans and the kids, but
yeah, for sure. 100%.
You could probably skip this one. Go check out our Facebook page and give it a like, and you can find out how you can get entered to win a $30 gift certificate to Perkins Restaurant Bakery. And you can go to Perkins every week, check out their new menu items.